Business fans, what's going on? It's your boy King, man. Listen, hey, we lose another one tonight, but the effort definitely was warranted. Just a few things to clean up at the end. We had a lot of good performances tonight from the Detroit Pistons, especially our backcourt. A lot of the guard play out there tonight. So, let's unravel this game and talk about it. All right, so first and foremost, let's rewind. Last night versus the Lakers, I didn't want to go to that game last night, so I ended up passing along my ticket and staying home to watch because I kind of had a feeling what was getting ready to happen. I knew that it was going to be tough for the Detroit Pistons to deal with a guy like, Anthony Davis. Then you have Russell out there. So on top of that, the effort that we've been seeing with the lineup change. Well, tonight, Monty Williams simply decided to kind of go back to his roots, but also shake up the lineup a little bit, and it panned out really well for him. Man, the effort tonight I was very, very pleased with the effort that I saw tonight from this team. A few things to clean up there at the end to learn how to close out a basketball game. Like I keep saying over and over, we got a bunch of guys that, no more than 22, 23 years old at the most. So, you kind of expect them to struggle and when it comes to learning how to close out basketball games. And today in the fourth quarter, which is the hardest quarter to win when it comes to trying to snap yourself out of a losing streak, we just couldn't get it done. So for the game, social media was absolutely out of its mind again. For what reason, I don't understand. Me personally, because Killian started and Ivy sat on the bench. I seen it yesterday that the lineup was going to get some type of movement. Because if you watched the game in detail yesterday, out of the gate, no energy, no effort, no defense whatsoever. And then when the second unit came in, you started to see players actually try out there. That was spearheaded by a guy in Killian Hayes. Defensively, moving the ball, the offense was starting to flow a little bit. And then you seen the drag come back in the second half with the starting unit. And the same thing happened again. So I knew he was going to mix up some players. I didn't expect it to be Killian and Ivy. But I'm kind of glad that he did, because it did one thing that I've been saying over and over on social media. It took the ball out of Cade's hand, making him the primary basketball handler. I love when, Cade is able to get himself going, when he's able to handle the basketball without them throwing a bunch of dudes at him. But I love it better when he's off the ball, able to find spots, get himself open, but most importantly, he has a guard that's willing to find him when he's open. And that's Killian Hayes all along. He's been right there. If you go back to the first games of the season, easy setups. So, with that tonight, it was successful. And you see him setting up Cade, but not only that, with Cade being off the ball, with Isaiah Livers being injected into the front court, man, and him being able to stretch the floor, unlike Asar. We all love Asar. We love his defense. We love his playmaking. But those two guys that I just mentioned, they need to breathe out there. They need things to open up a little bit more. And tonight, Cade was able to get open. Killian was able to find him for easy baskets. But at the same time, Killian was able to get easy baskets simply because they couldn't just swarm the guard with the basketball. You got Livers, you got Stewart who can stretch the floor somewhat now, but you got Cade as well. So with those guys spread out on the wings, Killian saw some opportunities to get to the basket, and he got a couple of and ones today through contact. So it was just a better flow of offense out there. And then when you look to the second unit, they kind of mimicked the same thing. Sasser was absolutely on fire today. He was a nut out there today. Man, but the Knicks, they kind of got surprised out there. If you're going to leave these guys an opportunity, they're going to take it. And Sasser, you actually threw him back into his shooting groove because he's been off of his shooting groove for several games now. And you actually reignited the fire. But once again, things were a little bit more open out there. And it allowed the guards to move around and get open and pick spots. And, it just helped everybody out. It really did. Up until the second part of the fourth quarter, the Detroit Pistons gave it everything that they could to try to put themselves in position to win this game. We just couldn't withstand the assault of those veteran players over there in New York in that second half of that fourth quarter, man. Not even just Brunson, man, but guys being wide open at the 3-point line, shooting, knocking down shots. Whether you put a hand in their face or not, they was knocking down shots, to be honest. Just wasn't nothing we can do. So I didn't like the way we closed the basketball game, and I feel like it played a part of, losing that momentum. We started to play Cade ball. And the reason why I say that is because you start to see them throw Cade the ball and try to have Cade to try to figure it out, to where it led to him to start forcing stuff. He started forcing shots, trying to force passes in places. Keep the ball in the point guard's hand. Do what's been working all game. So I don't give that to the young guys. The kids don't get it today. The coaching staff gets it for that. That was a coaching staff flaw. Monty Williams and his staff, they're the ones that should have made that correction and say, hey, we're going to run the offense like we've been doing all day. We don't need anybody to step up and try to be a hero. Us being out there and sharing the basketball and finding an open guy has been working all game. It's got us back into this game before the half. It gave us a lead in the third quarter. Why are we shying away from it in the fourth quarter? Why? So, another thing I wanted to talk about, man, was this rotation. I love this rotation that I've seen out there with Ivy, Cade, and Killian on the court together. That tonight, but here's the thing to it. Killian was the ball handler. Cade and Ivy had to do nothing but get open or attack. And it was working. We seen it twice tonight. First half and the second half. And both times it looked really good. I liked what I saw with that. I hope we go to that a little bit more, to be honest. Because if there's one player that's willing to find guys open or get you open, because guess what? He was actually allowed out there to direct traffic, including with Cade. So, him being able to place guys and try to get guys open, I like that. With Cade being open in the corner, with Cade being able to cut to the basket, that play when Cade cut to the basket, that was a really good play between him and Killian, man. I like that. I love Cade getting open shots, easy buckets for Cade, man. Finished the game with 30 or 31. You know what I'm saying? So I like that a lot. But that lineup, I like that lineup. You know what I'm saying? We seen Ivy out there not trying to force things too with that lineup out there. Versus when he was out there with Sasser and that lineup with him and Sasser out there, I didn't like that lineup. You seen Ivy trying to press a little bit for a moment, and I didn't like that. I like Ivy to be also in the system where he can go out there and just, attack, do what he does. He that's what he is. It's the same thing with Sasser. Attack. You know what I'm saying? We need Sasser to shoot the ball. That's what you're good at. That's what you're great at. And on top of that, tonight, started off a little shaky, but man, his defense got going. Sasser's defense got going, and I was enjoying that too. So, yeah, like I said, as far as big man play, still got to get better. Got to get better, man. It's just when Bojan comes back, most likely Saturday, versus the Cavs, it's going to be interesting to see what lineup we put out there. Me personally, remember I said this to y'all, I think the lineup is going to be Killian Cade, along with maybe a Sar or Livers at the 3, and I don't know, man. Maybe Stu goes to the bench, or maybe Bojan comes in, plays 3, and Stu stays at the 4. I think that's where we go. Killian Cade, Bojan, Stu, Duran. I think that's where we're going to end up Saturday, at least for now, until Ivy snap out of it and get himself back in the starting lineup again. Because, man, he had a tough game last night against the Lakers. They all did. That starting unit was they just couldn't get it. They couldn't get right. They couldn't get right, man. So, when Monty pulls him, these are teaching moments. If anybody ever played basketball, you should know right away what's going on when it comes to Ivy. So teacher moments. Monty wants the best to come out of Ivy. He wants the best for Ivy. So he's going to do things to make sure that Ivy is giving his all at all times. That's all he's asking for out of these young guys. What did he say in this press conference? You have to listen to the word. He said it back then to let you know. He forewarned you. And said, we're going to see how some of these guys handle adversity. Well, some of these guys, just like he said last night, they're not handling it well. Some guys are. Tonight, you seen Killian start. He went to the bench. He played the same. Even though he didn't score as much on the bench, he still played defense. He still was looking for teammates. He still was doing everything coach asked. Ivy, he started. Wasn't giving 100% effort. And he got placed to the bench today. So these are learning moments. He's teaching out there. We losing games. I get it. But when I see efforts like I seen tonight, I'll be good with that. Give me these efforts, because some of them are going to transfer to wins. That bull crap that y'all was doing the previous 4, 5, 6 games before that, you can keep that. Just going out there, just not giving anything. I mean, no type of effort. This team tonight is the team that I want to see. Plus, you got at least one of the veterans coming back. But you got to look at that injury report, man. Bojan, Harris, Morris. Those guys are very, 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 very important to what we do or what we plan to do as a team. So without them, you still have to keep that in mind. Well, we get a chance to see Bojan come back. So we'll see what type of lift we can get offensively for him coming back. Bojan just ain't going to play no defense. We get it. But he's out there to space the floor for Cade, Killian, Sasser, whatever guard is handling the basketball. That's what he's there for, to actually be able to knock down the shots when he gets past the ball. Livers, if you don't start shooting the goddamn ball when somebody passes it to you, boy, I be ready to pull my hair out sometimes with Livers. I swear I do. Shoot the ball. That's what you are. You are 3-and-D. Shoot the damn ball, son. That's all I'm asking you to do. So, but like I said, Saturday, it's going to be interesting. if Boyan does return like they saying, Saturday is going to be a different type of experience for us, and we got to wait and see what happens, man. When some of these veterans come back, yeah, the losing streak sucks, whatever. I don't care. You weren't about to win the NBA championship this year. I want these guys to get reps and play together, because you've seen some of the evidence out there tonight with guys, some of these lineups being switched up, guys coming back. You seeing these guys make uncharacteristic passes to no man's land, and they don't know each other, and I want them to get to know each other. So we need them to be on the court and play together and get reps together, go through the adversity together. I need guys to toughen up out there, man, and give it everything you got every single night. That's how you learn to be a professional in this league, is to go out there and play every single night, no matter what it is. You go out there every night and you play. So shout out to the backcourt tonight, man. Cade, Killian, Sasser did y'all absolute thing out there. If for what it's worth, when Ivy got into, you fit along right in with the guys, man. The backcourt definitely did their thing tonight. So shout out to the young guys, man. And we'll see what happens next game. Peace.
Wow, black-owned shoe store. Culture. My culture, though. Let me see what they talking about in here. What's up, little dog? You good? Y'all got something here for me? I'm talking about exclusive. They got all the dunks? How many dunks they got? Something like these. Y'all got a little vibe in here. They buying shoes, selling shoes. It feels like the culture. They dunking on people. Oh, they doing TikTok. They looking out for the kids. Oh, man, this is great, man. Oh, they got all different races working here. It just really feels like culture.
Looking for a black-owned shoe store to get some real drip at? Come up here to Culture Detroit, man. That's what the streets been missing. Welcome home, fam.